We're Marco and Alex, the Vagabrothers, and in this series, we're on an epic 9-day road trip through Ireland.
Our road trip starts on the wild Atlantic Way, where we surf, eat, and dive into the adventure.
Then we're heading south to County Cork, birthplace of Ireland's slow food movement, before driving to Dublin to discover the city's hidden gems and get styled with Irish design.
Forget what you think you know. This is Ireland. Rugged, real, and raw.
I'm gonna miss this place. We're coming back.
Good morning, guys, and welcome back to day 2 of our Irish adventure. Right now, we're about 2 hours south of Sligo in a place called Cunnaxuin. It's about 20 miles north of Galway, just off the wild Atlantic Way.
So County Galway is a bastion of traditional Irish culture. It has one of the highest percentages of Gaelic speakers in the nation. And so our plan for coming here is to meet up with the owners, Charlie and his wife Derval, who are going to give us a crash course in traditional Irish culture.
Let's hit it.
So when we found the place, just to give you an idea, this whole place was overgrown like it is there. Now just look at the type of stone. This was the original cottage. This would have been the outhouses. When we restored, we then linked the two together.
Cool! Dude, if I were to come learn Gaelic, staying here for like a couple of days or a week would be like the way to immerse yourself in the culture. It's like a college dorm at Hogwarts. Basically, yeah. Dude, where else do you get a little fire down there? Where would you put your owl?
We didn't restore this for this to become a museum. The goal of it is to create an awareness about the Gaelic culture and the natural history that's in the bogland. Everything we do is interactive. We want people to become engaged, to participate, and to have fun. This Gaelic culture is the root of all the culture that's in Ireland.
One of the first things that I noticed when we got here is the smell of burning peat. It's really, really nice and relaxing. Peat is pretty much comes out of a bog, and it was used and still is used to heat homes.
So all around us here are boglands. It's a huge percentage of Ireland is made up of boglands. It was first formed when the Celts came here, cleared forests, and that clearing of the forest kind of made this boglands. And a lot of what we know about early Ireland is from the bodies that fell in these bogs and were preserved.
Pretty much mummified.
Yeah.
We're gonna meet up with Charlie, and he's gonna teach us a little bit about the bogs. Ready?
Let's do a bog walk.
Bog walking.
A bog is an ecosystem that is based on this plant. That is the bog maker. So that's responsible for this entire landscape. That's the peat. See, the bog grows at the rate of 1 millimeter a year. When you're looking all the way to the mountains there, that's all bogland.
Wow,
yeah.
It's a lot of peat.
It is. A lot of peat, a lot of preserve. Stand there.
They call it black butter for a reason.
Yeah, go on.
Like butter.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, got a piece of peat. This will be good if we plop it back up there and let it dry, and it'll heat the house for the winter. Would you like a slice of bog butter for you? Ah, that's a shitty Irish accent, sorry.
2 hands on it.
Yeah.
Go.
Oh, wow, it's super low.
Like King Arthur.
Yeah.
Excalibur!
So that's where it's solid ground.
That's insane.
Isn't it?
That is a big bog.
Yeah.
Now that's a bog. Well, that was really interesting. But one of the things here in Ireland, music is an integral aspect of culture and cultural and language preservation. So we're heading over to one of the other cottages, and there's some live music happening. So let's go have a listen.
Sounds like a party's happening on inside.
Let's go. You guys, nothing. Guys, make sure you follow our Snapchat.
get this stuff live.
All right, guys, so just a little bit of a backstory here. What we were doing early, the skibbity-dabbity-do. Okay, so it was called lilting, and it was a traditional form of music back when people maybe didn't have enough money to buy the musical instrument.
People had to play the music, and the way they did it is they lilted, or sang the tunes, you know. They don't have any words. You make up the word. You kind of start with diddly-dum-ba-doodle-diddle-diddle-diddle-do, and then you go on, and then you finish with a kind of like a big long do.
Super good introduction to Irish and Gaelic culture.
And we've even topped it off with a bit of local moonshine. You gotta love it. So we're on our way to Galway, and we're gonna do a little walking tour through the city, and
then, of course, food and drink.
Perfect. Let's
Lovely.
hit it. No, Mark. It's like this.
That's so different than how I'm doing it.
I know, because you're wrong. You are wrong.
That's not it.
Okay, fine. Play the track. Okay guys, so we just got to Galway. Sun is about to set. We don't have much time to explore, so we're gonna get after it.
Yeah, Galway is a big student city. It's a medieval town, formerly walled city, and it's got a cool bohemian vibe. So we're meeting up with Connor from Galway Private Tours, and we're gonna go take a walk around the old town.
Let's hit it. Guys, this is Connor. He's going to be showing us all the cool things to do in Galway. So what are we going to do today?
We're going to have a walk around the medieval city centre of Galway, the River Corrib. We're also going to see the cathedral and the university, which is at the other side of town.
This city is seriously cool. It's very, very bohemian. There's a lot of people busking, playing live music. It's been a place that's attracted artists and writers, creative types over the centuries. The nickname is the graveyard of lost ambitions because so many people come here. You can see how walking down the street to go do some business and you meet a friend, jump in and have a pint, stay there all afternoon. Galway is synonymous with the good life, I think, and we're gonna go dive into it in a bit. So we're just walking along the river right now, learning a bit of the history. So Galway was founded by the Irish and then conquered by the Normans, and then in the medieval age it became a trading center. They exported cowhides and leather, they imported wine and salt and iron, and it was connected with Spain and other countries. That's why there's Spanish Arch in the harbor.
Well guys, actually this isn't my first time to Galway. I came here in 2010 right after I finished university. I was with a couple of friends traveling, and we were in Galway for one night, and pretty much the only thing that we did was we came to the Spanish Arch and drank beer outside, which I just learned today is actually called bushing. So if you come to the Spanish Arch, it's a good place to go bushing.
During the Industrial Revolution, they used the river as an energy source to turn the wheels of water mills and to facilitate transport with barges. So we're walking up to the university now. A lot of exchange students come here and the American students just arrived. So if you want a year abroad, it's not a bad place to be.
Well, J.R.R. Tolkien.
What?
He stayed over there because he was a visiting professor here back in the 1950s. At the same time, he was writing Lord of the Rings.
I was gonna say there were some Hogwarts vibes going on here, but Gandalf! Well, I thoroughly enjoyed my brief moment as a wizard.
Of Gandalfness.
Oh yeah. But that was a cool little walking tour. It's coming to an end, and I think we're gonna head over and grab a bite. Where are we going?
So this is a funny story. About a month and a half ago at the Calgary Stampede, I told someone that we were going to Galway, and he says, go check out Mr. Eat Galway on Instagram, who's a local chef. So I believe that random travel suggestions are dancing lessons from God, so we're gonna go check it out. Actually, it's Kurt Vonnegut, I think, said that. But we're gonna go check out the restaurant.
Let's do it, I'm starving.
Alex has the raw scallops, like a scallop ceviche.
I don't know what to do.
What is this?
It's molecular. It's like sprinkled in fairy dust, and there's a scallop that has been cured in birch wood.
So my name is JP McMahon. I'm the chef patron of Banera Restaurant in Galway, and I suppose we call ourselves a terroir restaurant. The philosophy behind the restaurant is that we try and use as much produce from the west of Ireland as possible, so 90-95%. Through this, we exclude lemons and black pepper and chocolate. So I suppose in some respects it's kind of writing a menu in reverse. We look at what we have and what we can get, and then we put those together.
Because the philosophy of the restaurant is to source everything from this immediate area, constraints can be the source of the beauty of the product. Kind of like a haiku, you know? You say you can only do it this way, and then you're forced to be creative, and that's what we're seeing here. So even though Ireland might be a place that's associated with like going having a Guinness, maybe some pub food, it's like the opposite, and I'm loving it. So cheers.
Well guys, that was another incredible day in Ireland learning about Irish culture. But it's late and we're gonna tuck in early-ish.
That's because tomorrow we're getting up early to go to the Aran Islands, which are just off the coast here, and those really are, that's a very special place in Ireland, and we're gonna tell you more about it tomorrow morning. So in the meantime, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Vagabrothers for new travel videos every Tuesday and Thursday.
And as always, stay curious, keep exploring, and we'll see you guys on the road.
Peace.